Hey guys, it's Leah here. Today I'm going to talk about the ovulation test kit that I've used to monitor my ovulation window. So the product that I'm going to be mentioning is not sponsoring this video. It's just the first product that I've seen when I was browsing in Amazon, and it comes with an app that we can freely download to take a photo of the strip, and it automatically detects whether you're ovulating or not. So this is the product. It's called Easy Home. They also have pregnancy test kit, but for this specific color and box, it's color blue. It says ovulation test, and it's 100 pieces, so it's a little bit bigger box. It comes with different sizes, and I haven't finished all of those packets. Inside it looks like this, and inside it, in each packet, it has strips like that are still clear. And the way to use it is just like pregnancy test kit, where you'll dip it in the urine and then you wait for 5 to 10 seconds and then let it dry for 5 minutes, and then you can use the app called Pre-Mom, and that's what I used as well. I downloaded it. I'm gonna show you how it looks like, and you're just gonna take a photo, the strip, and then it automatically detects whether you're ovulating or not by stating it's low, or if you're entering the window, it's getting higher, and it states the date as well. It automatically detects how dark the lines are. So normally the left line is the control line, and when the right line becomes darker than the control line, that means you're ovulating, and it will indicate in the app. Normally I start ovulation testing after my period so that I can see the pattern where it starts very low and then it's getting higher. And I started using this way back in 2023 in November, and I got pregnant in February 2024. So it took me like 3 months of learning curve on how to use it properly and to see my pattern. Unfortunately, it was the ectopic pregnancy when I got pregnant, and the doctor told us that we need to wait for a few more months to try again. So we tried again last September, and it didn't go through because I was sick and I was really super stressed from work. And so we tried again the next month, October, and we did it. I started testing right after my period, like I said, and that was in, I'm gonna show you mine. That was in October 11th, 2024, and it showed me it's still low because it's just right after my period. But all along in the next days, I could see that it's getting higher. So that tells me that I'm entering my ovulation window. So I told my husband, okay, it's time. So that means the 5-day window that I could get pregnant is starting. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we need to make the baby every day within that 5-day window. Our strategy was to make it every other day, but the most important day for us was to really do something or work on it, make the baby on the peak day, the day before the ovulation day in itself, just before the egg is released, so that the sperm is also fresh and not, waiting for 4 days inside my body. And it's funny because when I enter the window, I usually take the test twice a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. It doesn't necessarily need to be upon waking up in the morning. We have to wait for some time before we test in the morning. And when I did that on October 21st, it was 8 a.m. and I saw it was really high. As you can see here, it said it's peak. And then the thing is, if it's the last test, the app will still tell you it's high. And the next test, if it's lower than this number, like this one, it will change its color into darker purple and it will say it's peak. And it will congratulate you, something like that. And that means you reach your peak. And I reached my peak. And that morning, my number was unusually higher than the previous days. So I told my husband, it seems like I'm gonna ovulate later today. But then it's 8 a.m. in the morning and we have to go to work. And so we didn't have time. And so I thought, how about let's go back home during lunch break and let's get it done. And so we did, because it was just a 10-minute drive from office to our apartment. And so before we ate our lunch, we did the work, and then we ate our lunch, and then we went back to office work. I tested again and I saw that as you can see, it's lower than that one. That means I reached my peak, and it's going lower as the days go by, and that means I have passed my ovulation window. And by that time, I just had to wait 10 to 12 days after my ovulation day to test the pregnancy. So it was 21st of October, which I believed I ovulated, and I tested the pregnancy on 31st of October, but it was still negative. And I tested again on the 2nd of November 2024, and it was positive, and we were so happy. We were on holiday in Nice. I took a bunch of pregnancy test kits just to test while we were on holiday, and I took also a photo and put it in this app as well, just for my remembrance. It doesn't tell you any number because, as we know, we just need to see double lines if it's a pregnancy test, right? So in the first line there, that was actually my first test during February 2024 when I had my ectopic pregnancy. And then my second one was on 2nd of November, and it was a very, very faint line right there. And as the days go by, it went darker and darker. And we were so happy because that confirmed us that we're really pregnant. So yeah, we're really happy. And the fun part was that during my official ultrasound, the midwife told us that based on the ultrasound, the baby was created last 21st of October, which was my assumption as well. So I looked at my husband and I was telling him we did good, we did great. Like, the planning and scheduling worked for us really good. So we were happy. And yeah, if you'd like to try this technique, you can try. But some of my friends told me that they couldn't do this kind of strategy because they feel stressed and they feel pressured when they plan or when they schedule. They couldn't do something like, okay, it's time, we need to do it or something. But it worked for us and we had fun doing it and planning for it. And so yeah, we're happy that we are on the 21st week of pregnancy at this time of filming. And so yeah, I hope this information and my story help with your journey. And probably on my next video, I'm gonna film about my experience on my first trimester. See you next time. Bye.